Welcome back to episode 4 of our podcast. Please be fucking for real with me, Quarter Quay.
And me, Mickey Markel. What's up, y'all? So, in honor of World of Women's History Month, I already started drinking, you guys. Excuse me. In honor of Women's History Month, our cocktail of the night we starting with is called
Wet Pussy.
Ooh, it's a wet pussy, y'all. And to make this drink, it is 1 part vodka, 1 part peach schnapps, cranberry juice with a crushed lime. And I learned what a crushed lime is today via Pinterest.
What is a crushed lime?
A crushed lime is when you thinly slice it up like potato chip slices, and then you put an entire lime of slices into a cup with ice, and then you put the drink into it. Wow. So it's like a citrusy vibe. Spring's coming. What do you think of it?
I really like it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Episode 4.
Episode 4,
I really like
baby.
it. I will say I was a little bit averse to it because I just went out this weekend and had a bunch of Tito's vodka. Apparently.
I know, and we did use Tito's.
Yeah, whatever a screwdriver was. So when he pulled that out, I wasn't really too excited, but it's delicious. So have yourself one. Cheers to episode 4, and let's really get into it.
Don't you think the name suits the taste? Y'all gotta try it.
And it suits the month, and it was International Women's Day just a couple days ago. So that'll roll us right into our first segment, which is I Know That's Right. And our first I Know That's Right in honor of International Women's Day in Women's History Month. Let's talk about a young woman making history, a young Black woman making history at that. My I Know That's Right goes to Juju Watkins. Juju Watkins is an 18-year-old freshman at the University of Southern California. She's a guard. She plays ball, and she just recently won the SEC tournament, and she broke the NCAA record, not just the women's, the NCAA record for the most points by a freshman in NCAA history. So shout out to the Black women. Give it up to her.
Congratulations.
And, she comes from a family that I think...
she sounds like she's not playing.
She's not. She went to Sierra Canyon. Her family's from Watts. They started one of the original Watts Labor Council. So she has a lot of deep roots in LA, and she's really doing a lot. So shout out to Juju Watkins.
Shout out. I know that's right.
I know this segment is specifically tailored to acknowledge people of color. But in light of it being International Women's Day, I'd be remiss to not mention young Caitlin Clark, who is another young woman who is putting her mark on the NCAA. She just broke the record for the most points in NCAA history.
Surpassing men or women, right?
Yeah, men or women. And she's just a dog. And she's just a dog. I'm not really into boys college basketball, but because of my husband, I watch a lot of girls college basketball. And those two women, Juju Watkins and Caitlin Clark, both of my I Know That's Right. Honorable mention Caitlin Clark, but specific shouts out to Juju Watkins, a young Black woman doing her thing on a basketball court and literally making history.
Good. Shout out to you, baby. I Know That's Right. We also want to recognize from Sacramento. We're going to have a young gentleman by the names of Dr. Luke Wood. He's the actual president, if you didn't know. He's a young Black man, Oakland native, that went to, he has his Bachelor in Science degree from Sacramento State, his master's from Sacramento State, and his PhD from Arizona. But he came back. He's now the president. He's actually has the very first Black Honors College of California. So it's going to be the very first Black College of California in history. And it's going to start off as a satellite campus on Sacramento State University's campus.
Interesting.
And I feel like that's a huge accomplishment. They start accepting enrollment in the very first freshman only in the fall of 2024. And you can apply now.
Nice.
And I just want to say I Know That's Right to Dr. Luke Wood because,
shout out Dr. Wood.
Putting on.
Shout out Dr. Wood. And it's a beautiful thing to see any spinoff of colleges that are tailored to Black people Black history with the HBCUs and things like that. So give a round
I
of
will
applause for
include a
Dr.
link if you guys want to know more about that, and if you guys want to know where you can apply, or you guys know any people in high school that are looking for a college, and you might want to refer them to the program and learn more about it. So shout out to you guys.
I know that's right.
I know that's right. So in new drops, while we were waiting today for production, I had LaQuay catch up on the Zeus Network, Bad versus Wild. Bad
38
versus
minutes
Wild.
of my life.
In association with Nick Cannon Productions, Nick Incredible Productions. What are your thoughts?
Bad versus Wild, for anybody who's unfamiliar with this new show or this new like morph of several shows, but basically it's a game show type of ordeal produced by Nick Cannon, where they have two team captains, but the thing about this show is they get two like rivalry people, like two people
from
who
social
have
media,
historic social media beef. So the first group of people they brought is Josaline Hernandez from Josaline's Caberet and Love and Hip Hop and all that, versus Natalie Nunn, who is the producer, owner, cast member, I don't know, of Baddies, all of them. And as you would expect, it was a collection of debauchery intended only to target our youth. No, I'm just kidding. It was something.
I actually hate to say this, but I could not stop watching it. You know how something be like, oh my God, this is horrible. Ooh, this is horrible. But you don't turn it off? I don't know what I couldn't turn it off.
That's how I feel about Baddies. Baddies is hilarious. I just watched the Caribbean auditions, and it was just funny to like whoever that producer is on the show who's like cutting the audition tapes and finding the different segments. It was like one clip where they were carrying the girl out and she was like kicking her feet. That's hilarious. It was, but just something about Josaline Hernandez just really like makes me itch. Like,
I love me some Josaline. What do you mean?
Where do we
Lauderdale? Hey.
She got some hits, but she was on that show screaming, "Everybody knows I love cocaine. Everybody knows I love cocaine." Like, Nick Cannon started thinking about all the deals still on the table, but he got mouths to feed, so he just kept it going.
Yeah,
but, it was.
Actually, they said he tweeted after the premiere of that, the night after. He was like, "Yeah, I have to rethink this because I do have daughters." Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'll look it up and see if we can include it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. The exact quote. Don't misquote me. Something along the lines.
Something along those lines. Well, at least he's actually thinking about it, because a lot of people consume this sort of media and have no.
He was like, "Damn, I didn't." I'm already talking about the Jews
and their psyche, their kids' psyche, all that shit. Josaline is just a step too far. I think.
And then they had Tokyo Toni versus Blueface Mama.
Oh Lord,
Tokyo Toni is so funny to me. She's so crazy.
Did you actually watch the Blac Chyna show?
Yes.
It's interesting because
I watched it.
Somebody said that all these new age like baddies, Natalie Nunn, Krishan Rock, they all come from the descendants of the tree of Blac Chyna, the original.
Blac Chyna?
First, like, ratchet, like.
Wait, did you see Blac Chyna on the Wendy Williams documentary?
Yeah, I did.
Wendy Williams, can we just, oh my God, for a minute. Can I have a moment in silence for that nail tech? When she said, "What are you, stupid?" And the nail tech looked at her like, "Bitch."
And she said,
she hates
disgusted in me.
Yeah, she's disgusted with
we
me.
are disgusted in you.
Bitch, who you talking to?
Speaking of train wreck, that whole Wendy Williams documentary was like a train wreck. But I have to, for some reason, think people with that much money always have some type of strategic standpoint behind it.
She really thought people wanted to see her feet.
Well, that's really sad.
She was like putting the feet on the table at the meetings, like, everybody needs to see my feet. They're gonna be amazed at my feet.
The thing that nobody acknowledges is she had a prenup, right? So the antecedent, what propelled her into this downhill spiral of out of control, was her divorce. And part of her she had no divorce, but she ended up getting him to, I mean, no prenup, but getting him to sign something that said, like, a postnuptial agreement that basically she will pay him spousal support so long as she has a syndicated television show. And if and when that syndicated television show, the Wendy Williams show, was not airing, he was no longer entitled to spousal support.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
Yeah,
that's something I had no idea.
To me, it's no coincidence that 3 years after the divorce, all of a sudden she's dementia, she can't walk, she faints on TV, she cannot perform any of these things. But if she stops her show,
she may be liable or sued.
No, if she stops her show, she doesn't have to pay him spousal support anymore.
So is that, you think that she's putting on the health thing as a front? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think that there's more powers at play at B that understand that it was more beneficial for her to not be on syndicated television anymore. So even if she had these conditions, whereas before they were going to pump her up full of drugs and put her out on the stage, it was of their benefit to not do that anymore.
I can't understand how Wells Fargo can hold over $40 million of her money.
Well,
and she not be able, and they say, I don't get that situation.
Well, they called into question. Well, her son had a power of attorney, first of all.
Yeah.
Now, what a power of attorney does is give
they
you the rights.
He was like over $150,000 a month, and they cut it off.
Yeah. Well, in the grand scheme of things, someone of her caliber is really not that amount of money, but it triggered somebody high up enough to where they were able to call.
Because it was in Miami all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, they were unable to call into question her mental state of being. So once I put at issue your mental state,
how does the bank know to question that?
Based on the transactions that were taking place, based on the fact that he had the power of attorney. So they brought all that into question. They're thinking he's not moving in her interest. So now we're going to call into question his ability to serve as the power of attorney, specifically as it pertains to this account.
Okay.
Now that led from this account to her life.
And now who does she have to ask to use money? Do you use that money she's made?
She has a guardian. Where the interesting thing about this particular story is, usually when someone their mental capacity is called into question, it's turned out they need a conservator or they need a guardian. The most common person that they choose is a familiar relationship. It's someone by blood.
Yeah. And her son at the time had a bachelor's degree.
Well, he had the power of attorney that was called into.
But he's an adult. He was an adult. He was 25 with a bachelor's degree.
So you're missing the point.
Okay.
He was the power of attorney when it became into question whether or not what he was doing was right or not. So if we're bringing you to court to say what he's doing is wrong, you're not going to be. If they say yes, what he's doing is wrong, they're not going to say, well, okay, well, we need a guardian. Let it be him, obviously, because we've already seen what he's done as the power of attorney. So, but what killed me was her sister, who was an attorney, was unable to become her power of attorney. So I think there's more to that story in regards to
that they're leaving out.
Exactly. So, that's just that's
a damn shame that I would spend my life and make a fortune and then you be on TV crying with no wig talking about you can't pay your son's rent.
Well, I think it was a good plan going wrong. So, like I said, I think somebody more strategic thought this was the good idea.
And they start the whole documentary off when she's saying, if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone.
To get out of spousal support, but the unintended consequences of those actions were calling into question your mental stability, your mental sanity, and which was already shaky.
So do you think he set her up like, bitch, you gonna cut off my spousal support, you gonna lose everything?
No. I think it was an unintended
even the nephew and the son said the last 4 seasons of the show, there would have been no show if their dad wasn't stopping her from drinking at a certain time at night, getting her up, getting her dressed, and getting her to the set every morning.
No,
that was the routine. She would come in her room, eat and drink till she fell asleep, and then he would have to get her to set in the morning.
Yeah, no, it's just unintended consequences of a strategic legal move. That's what I think. But
by who?
by the Wendy Williams team, whoever her PR person was at the time, whoever her attorney was at the time.
Like they wanted to get rid of her.
They wanted to stop the bleeding associated with the spousal support because it was causing her to spiral. Oh. This is all she's focused on. How do we get her back?
Like she was talking on the show.
This is how we can stop the spousal support, Wendy. But the unintended consequences of this strategic plan was it called into question her mental stability, and it brought in third parties who took control of her money. That's the point I'm trying to make.
That is
and at that point, now she's mad at the lawyers and attorneys, and they're saying, well, you wanted to stop paying child support, spousal support. I told you the way to do it. I'm done. Now that's why she got a new manager. She got a new PR person. She got a new attorney. Why?
Could you imagine them taking Ozzy Osbourne? He didn't bit the head off a bat, bit the head off a bird in the president's office. Could you imagine them taking the bank, closing his account? Like,
well, just imagine if Sharon Osbourne was bleeding them dry and they needed to prove he was crazy. Somebody might call into question him biting that head off the bat. But it's just not that. It's not. And
their best interest is the interest that their money was sitting in that account.
Exactly.
And they're like, usually this stays sitting here.
Yeah, but we're bleeding $150,000 a month, paying this man to go live this lavish lifestyle.
And she's usually making income every month, and she's not doing that anymore. So that makes sense. I get it. It's clicking for me now.
That's my theory, and it could be a conspiracy theory. She could just be really this destitute lady who had just an unfortunate turn of events with her husband and everything. But I'm praying for Wendy Williams, because after so many decades at leading, us sitting right here right now, I think part of her is a part of her. A lot of radio personality, podcast personalities are that shock factor, asking those hard questions that for so many years people didn't ask.
And she's so cute being an icon in radio that she is in her state of dementia, to say, oh yeah, what's a podcast? You guys want to do one of those, right? What's the podcast? Like, that's cute that she doesn't even really know how it's transitioned into a podcast era.
But also I think one thing she does know is how iconic and how influential she was over this particular medium. So people have to
almost said rest in peace. Bitch, let's move on. I ain't speaking that on her. I'm so sorry.
You was a sick.
I'm soft at the end. I almost said rest in peace.
You have to be cleaning up, because I be talking about shit, but you got to point out certain things like that. That's the only reason we're even talking about Wendy Williams, because she is an icon. Yeah. But I don't even know how we got on Wendy Williams.
I don't either.
When I know that's right. But
we was doing the new drop. We was talking about Zeus.
Oh,
before I even get back to that subject, I did want to say that to speak to Zeus, it is a ratchet ass show.
Ratchet ass medium.
It's a ratchet ass medium. But it has to show. I want to let you guys know. First of all, I don't know if you guys knew that this Zeus network is founded by King Botch, Amanda Kearney, D Storm Power.
Is right. Is the skit guy who kind of looked at this.
Yeah, he be with the Justin Bieber videos. He get a lot.
He's really rich now because he don't need to be in front of the camera no more.
And let's not forget Lumel Plummer. He's the CEO, acting CEO. But everybody else, they are even partners and founders. But as of today, it started 5 years ago, July 2018. But as of today, they have over 125 million monthly subscribers, paying $4.99 a month.
I am one of those monthly subscribers,
and they got me too.
I do like watching baddies, and I think.
And what does that say about our community? That 125 million of us are paying $4.99 a month to watch these women fight.
I mean, we like it. It's what people want. Okay,
and then while we watch it, we be like, he's sick.
Different.
They sick for getting this. We be blaming the producers of the TV series.
But it's a different caliber of ratchet.
And we love it.
You got Baddies ratchet, which I am down with and support. And then you have Josaline's.
It starts at Housewives ratchet, then it goes to Love and Hip Hop ratchet, then it goes to Baddies ratchet. Then it goes to Josaline.
And then it goes to Grindface TV. Or Now That's TV.
Oh, yeah. When it gets to Now That's TV, that's just bitches that don't talk at all.
It's just
hands off.
It's just like...
Yeah. It's you show up in a wig, 5 minutes later, you are in straight back.
But there's something to say about that pure animalistic nature of just one-on-one combat.
Hey, they are doing over $500 million a month. So hats off to Zeus. Yeah. Because I'm contributing. I'm one of the people contributing.
I'm about to unsubscribe because I can't be support. I have to be more mature than that.
And everybody, we be trying to hide it from the kids because we just are disgusted with ourselves.
But I am like, my guilty pleasure is like trashy reality.
I know another one of your guilty pleasures is Love is Blind.
That is another one of my guilty pleasures, and that actually is in the new drops. Everybody who's seen the new season, one particular couple really kind of stole the show towards the end.
Are you talking about Clay and AD?
Yes, the black couple. And the one thing I hate about this entire scenario is we're expected as an audience to believe that this statue of a man came on a show to meet someone he's never seen in person and marry them solely because he has trouble with love. 6'4", 212 pounds of pure muscle, black as ever, nice greater hair, great set of teeth, nice eyes, and you expect me to believe that you, sir, have a problem catching and keeping a woman? First mistake. Second mistake, the thing about him, his daddy, is what really caught the attention of the show, because the entire time...
they go to where they meet the families.
Yeah, well, okay. No, at the end, the culmination of the entire show is them getting married. Once they agree, let's get married, they have a wedding. So he goes all the way to the wedding part, right? Mm-hmm. And the dad gives him some type of pep talk before and mentions something about, him cheating, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, she walks down the aisle and he basically, in so many words, says, I'm not going to marry you. I'll still date you, but I'm not going to commit to you because my dad cheated on my mom and I'm scared of commitment. And 82.
Oh, yeah, because I was reading up before we started, and on the articles I was reading, they said he started out as a villain.
Well, he was a villain the entire time. I can't really recall a time where he was actually a good guy.
Okay.
She was also interested in a young white fella by the name of Matthew.
That was better lighting.
And he was kind of all right, but he was also like kind of courting another girl. But I would have chose Matthew from the moment he said, well, Clay said, I need to see what she looks like. This is Love is Blind, fool.
Did you forget which one you said?
Did you forget? Did you take off the mask?
Some niggas be really walking through the mall and producers be like, would you like to be on a reality show? And they really just join and sign up like the last minute like that because they need somebody to fit a certain demographic to fill the time slot.
That gives those vibes. And he spent most of the time promoting his...
He didn't know he was going to be a favorite in
Airbnb and jet ski rental business. Just the typical scammer, I have no job businesses.
Not Airbnb rentals out of somebody else's own house.
Right.
Yeah.
As you crowdfund money.
It's given, what's it called when they be like, you don't need a real estate license to
sell real estate.
What is it when they be going to old ladies?
A Ponzi scheme.
And they be like, well, let me sell the title of your house to somebody else and make $50,000 off of old bitches. Mm-hmm. Hella scandalous. Wholesaling.
Whatever it is, he gave used car salesmen, but that show is pretty much going downhill. The first season, they did have a couple, a black lady and a white dude. I forget their name. Then they're still together to this day. But ever since then, every other couple flopped. And I think there is like a little pandemic of people who like just want to be on reality TV. I've been watching. Have you ever watched Married at First Sight? It's kind of the same concept.
Yeah.
And
that's what it was given when I was doing the research for it.
Yeah, it's like 20 seasons, but this particular season...
I actually watched the very first season of Love is Blind when they had the cute little couple with the black wife and the white husband.
I just mentioned that.
Well, he seemed like he had a fetish, though.
They're still together.
That's what I was saying. They're so cute.
I want you to tap into the show.
Shout out to him. I'm about to put that picture in here because they're really cute.
But like I was saying, there's a pandemic of people just going on reality shows pretending to find love, and they're just promoting their businesses.
Yeah.
Married at First Sight, which is like the real show of that Love Is Blind shit. They just wrapped their latest season, which is like season 20, and for the first time in history, none of the couples stayed together. They all divorced.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what do you fucking expect?
Well, some couples stay together. There's a black
I
couple.
feel like it only works when you do the first 2 seasons, when it's fresh and people don't really, it's new. I feel like once you're having auditions every year, people about to start coming on with their own schemes and their own plans of like.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. But
they're of what they've seen other people get from it.
Well, the thing about Married at First Sight, which I've concluded, is the women always get the short end of the stick, especially the black women.
But don't a lot of couples get spinoffs from that show?
No.
Oh.
I've never heard anybody get a spinoff from Married at First Sight. But what I was going to say is the black men either get paired with someone who's really narcissistic, like a borderline abusive.
Is that the one with the nigga with the short little neck?
No, that's a 90 Day Fiance. Or they get someone who is like borderline, like so feminine where it's like, are we lesbians or are we a heterosexual relationship? Like, so
that's almost giving the wives, we're looking for a second wife.
Basically.
Yeah.
So I'm cool on that. But yeah, so Clay, that's Clay and Love Is Blind. If it's not that many shows out right now, so if you're bored and you want to you want to veg out on something.
I respect Clay for being honest and not giving into pressure. If you know you can't be monogamous, good for him for saying it.
If you know you can't be monogamous, perhaps not go on a show about monogamy.
Okay, you could have, whatever the case may be, you're not going to get this woman's hopes up for nothing. So yeah, I commend him for being honest.
He shouldn't have been on the show.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been on the show, but you did. You made it. You probably get paid by the week, so good for you.
He wanted to make it to the end.
So you have to pay your rent, and then you tell the girl, I'm going to be honest with you and not keep going with this.
I guess, but he could have did it way better than that. But he is a very handsome young man, so
he was fine.
I'm sure he'll do just fine in life, and he probably already has a girl who's been stalking him for 5 years. Like, he'll be all right.
So on a darker note, we're getting into politics and Ebonics.
Yeah, in this part of the show, we are not unaware that it's one of the more serious segments of our show and can get boring. So we do like to keep it brief, but I want to give a disclaimer that this next segment that we're going to go through is something that a trigger warning, a trigger warning, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, it made me emotional just even doing the research for this segment.
The news is traumatic. So as most of you know, I get a lot of my information about what the current state of Israel, Gaza, Palestine conflict from Instagram, a young lady by the name of Wizard Bizon, who is doing journalism on the ground over there and is Palestinian herself. But so anyway, as you know, what they're displaying to us here in America is images of American aid being dropped from the sky, French aid being dropped from the sky. We're not going to go in and convoy, but we're going to, drop, some aid. And most recently, about 2 weeks ago, with that aid came a lot of tragedy and heartbreak for Palestinians and where they are in Rafah now.
And to give you guys a better understanding of what it looks like, like she said a few weeks ago, France and Jordan dropped off some aid for refugees out there, and some of it accidentally went into the ocean. And when that happened, the people that swam out to get it were kind of in control of it. And just to give you what they go through, we're going to add it here, and me and actually Quay are going to react to it with you guys. And I just want you guys to kind of get the gist of what's going on.
Central and southern Gaza, hundreds crowding the beaches to try and secure their piece of the rations. But this is the other side of desperation. Groups of men wielding whips and bats, steering crowds away from their precious cargo. Months of hunger and war triggering fights for survival when there is not enough for everyone.
Wow, look at him
This
looking.
is what they are fighting over. Ration packs, a lifeline for the lucky few.
Absolutely devastating.
I was lucky and able to get one of these aids. But what about all those other people who were not able to get this aid? Look, this one didn't get any,
Look at
and
those
this one
kids.
didn't get any.
Yeah, absolutely devastating stuff. So not only and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So along with
Now, when I see those people though, and you see those people with those bats and they're whipping each other and stuff, it may look like they're crazy, and some people may think that looks barbaric, but to me, those are fathers fighting to feed their kids.
Well, and that goes to my next point. All those people are not fathers, according to people.
All of them may not. I don't understand.
Hold on. According to the people who are on the ground,
I see.
Okay, but let me tell you what the reality is. According to the people on the ground, a lot of the people who are obtaining the aid are gangsters and thugs, and they're not spreading it evenly. They're selling it at a very high price. So your option is to either go in there and fight for your life for scraps, or buy it from these gangsters and thugs at a very high price. Now, not only that when I say that's just the tip of the iceberg, so there was that incident where it was that scene, you just seeing those images of people whipping and chaining, but there was another incident where they dropped the aid and Israeli soldiers said things became too chaotic. It was too much mayhem.
So imagine all those people that were on the beach rushing towards Israeli trucks.
As a response, what they did was just start murdering people. Over 750.
They just took rounds off.
Over 130 people were killed for simply running.
Say that one more time, friend.
Running for food.
Fast. Over 130
people killed. 750 people shot. For the purposes, you imagine mothers, children,
trying to be the first to get food,
desperate for food. I posted something on my Instagram the other day that 80% of infants in Gaza, in Israel right now, are severely malnutrition. And hopefully by the time this episode comes out, we'll have some way or where we feel like is
search for somewhere for you guys
a secure place to donate. Yeah. Somewhere where the money's really going to reach.
That's a really good idea.
So look out for that. But that's something to keep your eyes on. We've touched briefly a couple times on this issue, the Israel-Palestinian conflict, but things are getting really worse. When you're, killing people that are rushing for the humanitarian aid coming from different countries, you got to really, is it even a debate whether or not this is genocide anymore? That's just crazy. So
if you guys are on YouTube watching, look on the link below and watch that whole CNN profile. These people are sharing soup made from dirty water. The way that they have been cut off from all ways and sources of life. They have no electricity. They have no flour. They have no food. People are feeding their kids animal feed.
It's that bad. And we talked about before, our own stresses in America and how that extra burden sometimes cause you to be, for lack of a better word, unsympathetic to the strife of international issues. But at this point, if you don't feel what's going on over there to be a genocide, if you don't feel, if it's more complicated than that for you, then something's really wrong with you. You know, and I'm going to just leave it at that because it could get real heavy and I can talk about it forever. But
hashtag free Palestine, though, on my end.
Politics and Ebonics.
Yeah, I'm really praying for you guys out in Gaza.
So moving into our next segment, we're going to talk about some people who we feel are...
Actually, we have a surprise. We got a DM from a BFF.
Oh, we're not going to do that at the end. We're going to do that now?
Yeah, we're going to do that before before that, please.
You know you fucking lying.
Yeah, I know you fucking lying. So, okay, let me get the handy dandy laptop. Okay. And I'm going to pull up and I'm going to read this one specifically sent. Thank you guys. So this person wants to be anonymous.
Okay.
But I hope you're excited that we picked you. We didn't have that many, by the way. So, okay. Hey guys, I'm really enjoying this podcast so far. Oh, thank you. Y'all be having me weak, and I love y'all put on for Sac. Okay. I decided to DM you guys for advice, but I would like to remain anonymous. I'm a hairstylist like Mickey Markel in Sacramento. I have more of a legal question, though, for Quarter Quay. I have a client that I became close to. We go out together, travel, etc. We really developed a bond because she is really fun, but sometimes it goes overboard. After about 5 years of being my client, I invited her to hang out with me and my cousin a few months ago, and she came. We were drinking per usual. At some point, her and my cousin left to the liquor store to get some more chasers, and I stayed home. While at the liquor store, my client hit up her dealer to get whatever it is she do.
Oh, Lord.
And the dealer asked if she could meet him downtown. Mind you, we were in Natomas. Shout out to Natomas.
Okay.
So it wasn't that far away, but my cousin said, "Girl, I can't drive downtown. I was literally gonna ask you to drive my car back to the house. I'm lit right now." My client gets behind the wheel of my cousin's car and proceeds to go downtown to meet the dealer. When my cousin realizes they aren't going home, she asks, "Where are we going?" My client said, "I'm just going to go pick up real quick. I'll give you gas." My cousin was lit and didn't realize how lit my client was driving her car. Didn't realize how lit her client was driving her car. Long story short, my client ended up getting in a wreck, not only totaling my cousin's car, but another car too. Damn, I hope y'all all right. When the police got there, my client told them she wasn't driving. My cousin was shocked because she couldn't believe that she would lie on her like that. My client told the police, "That isn't even my car. Why would I be driving?" If it wasn't for a witness who told the police my client was on the driver's side, they would have both gotten DUIs. My cousin was still given a wet and reckless because my client told the police she drove to the store, and my cousin admitted to it. Now, recently, my cousin said that when the car insurance companies called my client, she said she didn't know what they were talking about, and they declared all damages on my cousin's fault. And now they're going to court because my client wants to prove that she wasn't driving my cousin's car with the insurance report, even though she already admitted to me over the phone saying she needed my cousin to take the charge because she already has a DUI on her record and could lose her job. You know, family comes first, but my question is it legal to let her book another appointment and record the conversation to prove my cousin's innocence? I know there are laws against recording people without their knowledge. Thank you in advance if you choose me. Hopefully the next episode will air before she's back in my chair. Love you guys. Stay blessed.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, girl.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. There's a lot of layers to that because whenever you decide, like,
thank you for this because that was really good.
It was. It's a lot of layers to that, and the only reason I say that is because you got to
tell us because I'm just
business wise, friendship wise, family wise. But I'm just going to answer your question solely based on the legal aspects you asked. But it's deeper than that, and you probably should think a lot deeper than that.
She should be her ass. Y'all should jump her. But that just seems like it's going to bring more legal matters, and it's going to prove her case.
Right. You're absolutely right. There are laws against secretly recording people over the phone. But if you were to theoretically monitor your facility at all time with 24-hour surveillance inside your shop with sound, there's no laws against that. So
you saying if she puts a camera in for security in her salon with sound, girl, are you listening, Anonymous?
There's no law against that.
And that's just catching it.
Absolutely. So
okay,
that's a whole nother thing.
Oh, look at us! Dun, 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 dun.
That's only the legal aspect of it, but the real, and I know maybe you're young, I don't like to get involved in other people's business, but it's kind of like, damn, you did bring these two people together. But my question is, why would you still be wanting to
do her hair?
Is this just for the sole purposes of getting this evidence and moving on? Because if that's the case, absolutely do your thing.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to,
I think she should ask her cousin. You should ask your cousin, right? Do you think I should do another appointment to get the info for you? Do you need me to? You know?
Yeah.
Or she must be a good tipper for you to even ask. Because if it was my cousin, this wouldn't be a question.
But the girl is crazy to think I'm gonna do all this to your cousin and then come and
get. I would, yeah. She don't trust you with her hair anyway.
Sucker.
She ain't coming back anonymous. But if she do, get you a ring and
get you a ring, laser and Nest camera or something like that. But if she got any type of common sense, she wouldn't be saying nothing like that anyway. But
well, you bring it up. So, girl, why is you trying to put that on my cousin? As soon as you got her in foils, girl, she needs you.
Oh God! But yeah, thank you for the question, man.
Thank you, and thank you guys. Next time, send us what you guys got. If you guys got legal questions, beauty questions, or y'all just need to get something off y'all chest, or some any type of advice, keep them coming, y'all. We love y'all. Thank you, Anonymous from the Thomas. That's real close to us. Okay, moving on. We made it to I Know You Fucking Lying. It was a long day, but we made it to stay. We standing on. Oh, you guys. So we've made it official. We're gonna stand up. We've already been standing on business this whole year, and we're proud of ourselves. But now we're gonna be even a little more organized, so you guys can kind of really tune in and know when we're coming. We are deciding to do our episodes every 1st and 15th. So every first
when your check comes, exactly. You got paid. It's time to watch. Please be fucking
when you're happy. You know,
right?
When you're happy, let's eat and have a drink. It's time. You just got paid. Okay, 1st and 15th for my salary people, and yeah. So you can expect us then for now, and we're gonna do our best to keep that on trend on all of our platforms. And YouTube may be the 16th and the 2nd. YouTube, we may need an extra day depending on if we're shooting on schedule and how everything goes. But definitely the audio part, the 1st and 15th from now on. Period. So I Know You Fucking Lying.
I Know You Fucking Lying. And I'm honestly surprised he has not made it to this segment earlier. With all his antics and all his bullshit. Blueface, Mr. Blueface.
I'm going to get it on today before he did.
I know, right? Mr. Blueface, baby, is up on I Know You Fucking Lying. Why, you ask? It has nothing to do with the bitches he's fucking, surprisingly. For the first time. He actually is prevented from engaging in any of that activity because he's in jail. And the reason he's on this
looking kind of cute for jail too.
I mean, let's be real. Blueface is not ugly in any sense of the word. He's a little dirty.
Handsome. He do look like he got a man wig on, but he hella young.
He looks like he probably like his drawers is dirty, but he's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so as you guys know, Blueface is in jail in LA County for a probation violation or something like that. But the word on the curb is he PC'd up.
Yeah, so
in county PC'd up.
So you know he claims to be a Crip, y'all.
Not just a Crip, a schoolyard Crip.
Oh, it's a difference.
Schoolyard Crip.
Teach me then, play.
It's like so many different Crip gangs.
I don't know which kind of Snoop, you know.
Long Beach Crip.
LBC and
Dipsy Hussle, Rolling 60s Crip.
Oh shit! You know your Crips. Sacramento is like Northern California is the blood.
Yeah, but we got the block.
Really? This bitch is the hoodest lawyer.
I just know this for research.
She should have went in criminal defense. But
Blueface's entire persona is gangster rapper, Mr. Bleed a Bitch himself, Mr. So Gangster.
Mr. Bleed a Bitch himself.
Yeah.
That's a name for me.
Yeah. She called me daddy because I don't know her mama. But apparently they wrote him up in LA County because you can't just go in there and bang anything. So they want to know who put you on. You know, who put you on. And when he was pressed about who put him on, it was turned out nobody put him on. He's just been riding off his brother's Dre name this whole time. He ain't
so they want to jump this nigga
so in. So that not they want to, baby. They jumped that nigga.
Ooh.
They rolled him up.
He it up right now.
And out of here, you're an ass egg. You're in the shoe. So that's where he is. He's in solitary confinement. He's in protective custody. And it's because he was claiming a set he'd never been jumped into and got his ass whipped and PC'd up.
Damn. They say he gets 7 hours of free time by himself, but he got a little TV in there.
He gonna need it because the 15 minutes claim of fame is over with.
Oh,
It's
poor
over with.
Blueface.
They saying the one baby mama pregnant again. They saying the second baby mama's son got some type of genetic syndrome condition. And then
I just seen Krishan on my timeline with her baby talking. You're so cute.
I know, it's so sad. But
Yeah.
they say he has cry do chat.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a genetic condition, and unfortunately, it has nothing to do with anything the mother does at birth, but it causes just different developmental delays.
Oh,
in the
I'm
specific,
sorry to hear that.
What makes everybody think the kid has it is the telltale sign is like not only how the kid looks, but they have a very distinctive cry. And instead of it sounding like a regular baby, it sounds like a cat, like.
Oh my God, you scaring me.
And so everybody hears that and says he has cry chat, but he also has the facial features. But the internet being so just ghetto and uneducated, they are associating that with her smoking and drinking during her pregnancy, which she very much did. But that specific genetic disorder has no ties to that. But my take is, I think the baby got alcohol fetal syndrome and cry chat.
Damn. You never know, because the bitch was all up in the jacuzzi smoking blunts the whole time.
Smoking blunts, drown.
No offense, Krishan, but I watched it.
I literally watched you.
We watched you on Zeus. And
you can never
say, I don't want this baby who got in the jacuzzi, and you was smoking blunts the whole time.
And my thing is,
and then you got mad when your sister mushed your face, talking about she was trying to get at me while I was pregnant. Bitch, you was
getting at you while you're pregnant
for an hour. What you mean? I'm going to check your baby.
This bitch was moving dressers. She was doing anything she could for the baby to miscarry. Anything. And unfortunately,
you really fuck with Tasiki though.
Me too.
And I feel like she had her fucked up for getting her jumped and all that.
And
shit.
honestly,
I've
seen a darkness behind, because one thing I have a shit ton of sisters. I have probably 10 sisters.
Yeah, that's crazy. You really
one thing you could never pay me to do no shit like that. I don't care how mad I get. How much shit I talk, I'll tell my sister every day I'll
jump that bitch.
But to physically have your friends jump him, and then the friends to be so stupid to do it, you're not even really my friend.
Right.
Because my friends know I'll be mad at my sister today, but tomorrow's
the epitome. She's treating her friends how Blueface treat her and the other baby mama.
Exactly.
It's like a trickle-down narcissism.
It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
So I don't, Krishan, she been a rapper. She could go. We could throw her in on I Know You Fucking Lying too. The whole Blueface crew.
Yeah.
Racist is pregnant
and
again.
the mama for being a wilding.
For standing up and wilding out. And then also for her sending that naked picture to the internet. Like, girl, you're 50.
People do say she bad.
I don't care if she was like a video girl back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, she was in like
a super hit.
Her lips do be like.
Okay. We got our last. I Know You Fucking Lying, bitch.
Now, this one in particular, everybody knows this couple to be the pillar, the face of the Black love movement, Papoose and Remy Ma. Recently, Pap just had his 46th birthday, and some pictures were released. And Remy wasn't looking so happy. He wasn't looking so happy. And it makes me wonder, were those rumors true? Is everything true? And if you're not up on game, basically there was rumors going around that Remy Ma was involved in extramarital affairs with Easy Block.
They have this whole underground rap battle world, though, that they've created.
And it's a really niche market. But the people who are into this rap battle shit.
Your husband's really into this, right?
Oh, God. I've been introduced to this. I've been listening to rap battles since I known him.
It's a YouTube world.
They have a whole, like, I think the app is called Caffeine or Coffee or.
Well, this is called Foam 23.
Well, no, this app you can watch all the different leads.
Oh, so it's like okay, like
so it brings it all together. But anyway,
that's crazy.
This particular artist or battle rapper or whatever you want to call him frequents her channel, and they were called out on multiple occasions in like similarly looking outfits.
Easy the Black Cap.
Yeah,
Easy the Black Captain.
Similar looking outfits. It was just a lot of rumors that they were involved, and
y'all know Papoose love her dirty ass draws.
Right. She did 8 years.
That bitch said for 7 years he went 5 days a week.
Ooh, ain't that some love?
5 days a week for visitation for an hour a day.
So when she got out, she had to give him that baby. Yeah, she owed him. And he was like, till you do right by me.
They said it was a 45-minute drive each way to the visit. So it was 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. But if she left and paid the house off, that is your job, right?
Hell no.
Okay, bitch. If you was on some type of syndication where you bought a house cash and your nigga did not have a house and you somehow ended up, God forbid, in a system where you had to be gone for over a year, you wouldn't expect your nigga to come see you every single day if he don't got no bills to pay? If you left it set up, you left it on lean back.
Over a year and 8 years is two totally different things. I could do a lot of things in 1 year that I wouldn't do for 8 years.
What would you expect from your husband?
My husband, he would expect for me to never go to jail, baby. I'm an officer of the law. Number one, I would not be doing 8 years. And if I get a better plea deal, baby, come on. What is you doing?
Right.
Number one. But
she shoot somebody in the stomach.
She saw her. What did she say?
She thought somebody took money out her purse.
Stat.
Yeah, she thought she took money out her purse.
Oh yeah, she kind of ate with that one.
Yeah. But back to that, because I'm gonna come circle back around to this Nicki Minaj thing. Back to Pat that loves her dirty draws, and we hopefully Remy Ma is not cheating on with.
Well, none of them, neither three, not Easy the Blac Captain, not Remy Ma, and not Papoose. Neither three of those people have either confirmed or denied the rumors, but there was one
about building, because it's a smart move to not respond, because that's kind of like the Rock Nation thing, to never respond, and it builds more attention. Because the more they don't respond, the more it keeps circulating every month back into the news when they do these battles. Maybe, and then it's bringing new people to their channel. They're staying in the blogs with it.
Well,
I knew nothing about this before this whole tension.
Well, part of me believes like that. I just don't have that much faith in their coordination to all three of them to be on the same page like that. But the one part we left about the story is like there's been some confirmed eyewitnesses that said they seen Papoose physically attack Easy the Blac Captain.
Yeah, I seen
like another battle or something like that.
So there's actually another rapper that is a part of this league. His name is Geechee Gotti. Geechee Gotti, let me play for you. About 5 to 6 months ago, there was a battle that went viral where Geechee Gotti is going against Easy the Blac Captain. And Remy Ma is standing in between them as the judge. And he's low-key confronting her about these allegations, and she doesn't respond at all. We're gonna put the clip.
But also that's the vibe of like battle rap. Like you have to act like nothing they're saying.
Yeah, because her response was
entertaining or engaging.
Her response is could be like, that's just because they said in the background. I'm not supposed to act like it's real and get emotional. Yeah. So that was the perfect response. But let me play for y'all.
Oh, nigga didn't even think that John Marriott still had to go through them stages. Every interview, he show his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years.
Go! Go!
Oh!
That's one thing about battle rap that is just like the level of passion behind each bar is just crazy.
Like, nigga, he about to cry for Papoose. Don't even know the nigga.
Right, but I don't understanding what they be saying. And everybody be so lit. I can't even keep up with the shit.
Yeah.
But
I've seen it like on TikTok before, and one time I was really hitting me like, yeah, Papoose really do be down for you, bitch. Like, I felt that when I seen it originally.
Yeah. That's funny.
He got me.
He did eat. You did eat with that one.
You ate. You did your big one. As Natalie would say. But not to be messy, because I always got
but to be a little messy.
A little messy. Have y'all ever seen this circa 2006? It has something to do with Remy Ma. And it's funny because earlier you said, right, you were like, I don't know if you would be very surprised if she had the coordination to schedule and manifest some type of, oh, let's do this and act like we're going to flirt and see if we get a PR buzz. But would it be a very crazy, like, literally the entire reason you have a battle league is because of a famous battle you did, right? Because this league came after your last battle, your last famous battle. So I'm going to play this. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. You guys tell me. I don't know. You tell me, LaQuay, who do you think it is? You watch it and you let me know.
You said you know Remy Ma.
Yes, I do. I mean, real talk, I know Remy Ma and all that.
Okay, you said you know her, and basically, what is it that you want to let the viewers know about what you know about Remy Ma and what went down?
I just want to let y'all know out there that, you feel me? Remy, first off, I love you, baby. You feel me? I'm so glad of your success and all that. You made it, baby. You know that. You feel me? You super fly. But, I just have something to say. I just wanted to let this out, let it off my chest, let it off my back. And boom. I used to fuck with her. Straight off. I know her. Used to chill with her, smoke with her, drink, pop bottles, burn L's and all that. I did-ass had relations with her and all that. Ate the box. You feel me? It's whatever though. You know what I mean?
And what did she do to you?
I just told you she ate the box. Like,
and you mad because she acting like she don't know you now.
Exactly, B. Not picking them nigga calls up. You know what I mean? Sending
You got Remy Martin number. Call her right now. Call her right now. Call her right now real quick. Put it on speakerphone. Call her right now real quick. Call Remy Ma right now real quick.
I'm not even gonna say her government. I'm gonna just say Remy Ma, her stage name. You feel me?
Go ahead.
I'm not even gonna blow it like that.
Go ahead, call it. Put it on speaker.
It's on speaker. Hopefully y'all can hear it.
Hello?
Yo, Rem, what's good, baby?
What's good, Shorty? What's up?
What's really good? Why you be fronting on me and all that? Like, come on.
No, I don't got time for that.
To me, you ain't got time for that. Hello? Prove my point. Point proven. You feel me?
She looks like a Nicki Minaj stud dupe. But honestly, I'm no Remy Ma slander.
You like Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
You know what? A stud, when they go to prom, have you ever seen a stud go to prom and just be like, whoa, you are gorgeous?
No, I think that was like an old timey thing. Like circa 2008, 9, 10, studs went to prom as studs.
Oh, in my year, studs.
They become like a whole
bitch. They went to motherfucking weekend and was like, who was that bitch? And she was like, I'm Tyra. Bitch.
No.
Look. Remember that one? What's that one? What's her name? Valentina? She had a long braid.
Oh, I remember her.
She was a Mexican. When she went to prom, that bitch was. Selena. She was bad as fuck.
By my age, studs was coming in 3-piece. She looked like a baby with grills with their shit spray painted on the back. They was going all out, and they had a bad bitch with them. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm down. But you know, I just thought I'd put that in there because if and so, I didn't say it, you said it looked a little like Nicki Minaj. Wouldn't that be crazy? If they had a lesbian relationship 10 years before they had a beef?
Hell no.
Or never mention that in either of their...
These hoes would mention it. They're so...
But wait. Did you also know that Nicki Minaj has writing credits on Sheether?
Do you... I'm guessing you watch a lot of Queen Radio.
No. I do not know that from Nicki Minaj.
Does she use a clip of her voice or something?
Barbs, you let me know because I'm sure y'all looking at me now that I done played this.
Do they use some
This
type
is
of
like an
sample of her
elevator
voice?
video. Huh?
They must use some type of sample of her voice.
Who?
Nicki Minaj, in order for her to have writing credits on She 3.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
That's literally all it is.
Yeah, it could be even like one line that she quoted from her song.
Yeah, I don't even remember that song, but they did have beef back in the day, and I kind of feel bad
but
for her.
Is it engineered and manufactured? Because even if that wasn't Nicki Minaj, I would be like, I had stud bitches that look like you eating my pussy back in the day. Like, I would have.
She didn't want people to know stud bitches was eating her pussy. I believe it because
she answered the phone, so you have to believe it.
I believe.
She said, "Bitch, I ain't on all that."
I believe the beef because Nicki's so petty. She has beef with every up and coming female rapper. So.
But imagine her. Listen when she said, "You a star, baby. Ha ha ha. You made it and all that." Now imagine when Nicki finally gets on. She goes and gets her body done. She starts to act like a bitch. And she's like a moment for life. I put on the cape. Now I'm winning. It's been fake. Like, what if she really, and she's saying I'm Roman, saying I put on a cape.
He's getting delusional. It's time to wrap it up.
It's time to wrap it up. I'm ahead of myself.
You're ahead of yourself.
I'm really glad that you guys are sticking with us. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the DM from Anonymous tonight.
And keep the DMs coming because
keep them coming.
You give free legal advice, but also that's not legal advice, and I'm not your attorney. Remember that.
Yeah.
Keep tuning in.
Give me a hair question next time. Let's keep it even. Because actually, everyone that I read was a question for LaQuay. So what's up with that?
Free legal advice.
And bitch, what about Google? What do you think Google could tell?
No, keep coming in because we need that 15-minute segment. But also keep tuning in. So subscribe right down below, and enjoy your week. Thanks for tuning in. Please
and
be
we'll
fucking
see
real.
You guys back on the 1st of the month in April.
It's the first of the month.
April Fools. We might get you on.
And it's 420, so we might have a special episode.
Oh yeah, we might bring 420 to 415 just for y'all.
All right.
So see you guys. Everybody be safe. Shouts out to everybody. Good night.
Peace.